What's up, guys, and welcome to an episode of the Gianni Peccati career mode in EA Sports UFC 4. And after a great UFC debut against Matt Brown, the immortal one, who isn't quite that immortal anymore, at least his chin definitely isn't immortal, still a nice solid knockout win in his first fight in the UFC. And it is time to take a look at who's going to be the second fight. Hopefully we can get ourselves up to contention pretty quickly. Well, obviously, as you can see on the right there, just above where it says ISIN 2, we are still a 1.5 star fighter, so there's still a long way to go before Gianni is actually going to be a complete fighter. But next up, we have Michael Kiesa, who I think is probably going to be a difficult matchup. Technically, he's a grappler, so that's going to make things a bit interesting if we go to the ground. As you can see, we do have one decline as well, but we're not going to decline. There's really no point in doing so, I would say. I mean, it's not like we're, taking on somebody who is an absolute monster despite us being a 1.5 star. We're taking on a guy who definitely has some holes in his game, and we're going to go and try to exploit them to the best of our abilities. We're going to take a look now at the system for upgrading moves. As I've mentioned, you can improve specific moves like head kick, etc. Like leg kick, uppercut, all that stuff. That upgrades as you actually use the move. But you can actually upgrade, you can see, punch power, kick power, punch speed, head movement, footwork, blocking, etc. You improve that with the evolution points that you get with the purple little star. So that's an interesting thing where the actual quality of each move improves as you use them, but your power and your physical, I guess they're not really physical stats. They're I don't know how to really describe it. It's just like your power and all that stuff that improves by you actually spending the points you get to improve them. And you can do the same thing with moves. Obviously, sorry for the yawn. As you right here, you can see we have a 2-star uppercut, etc. You can change moves, and obviously, if you do that, then you're starting off with lower level moves. So if you want to add, I don't know, maybe let's just say a spinning wheel kick or something like that, or a wheel, then you're gonna start off with a shitty version of it. Obviously, you have to build it up. So that is kind of how the system works in general. And let's take a look at Michael Kiesa versus Gianni Peccati. The intros in this game, like the pre-fight thing, they're one of the very few redeeming factors, and that's not really 100% factual, because if you're looking for a simulator, that is not what you want. But I guess it is what it is. The game is cheese, and it's cheesy, not cheese. It's just really cringy, and I guess it's what they were going for with this edition of the game. But we have to just accept it. We've already mentioned that enough, so let's go straight into what is actually happening. As Michael Kiesa apparently has no defense. He doesn't know what blocking is. Head kick attempt there from Gianni Peccati. Michael Kiesa really does need to take this fight to the ground, because on the feet he clearly can't handle Gianni's quality and his quantity of amazing techniques that are very basic, but still apparently pretty damn efficient. The knee is attempted there. That's actually going to be smart. Of course, he didn't throw it when it was needed. Michael Kiesa is on top, which is exactly where he wants to be, but he can't even keep him down, which is going to be devastating for him if that's what happens every time they go to the ground, because he really does need to just hold him down, try to get Gianni tired, and try to go for a submission. That's pretty much the only way he can win this fight. I don't see him winning by ground and pound. I don't see him winning by a knockout on the feet. He has to submit him, and it's not going to be easy at all. As Michael Kiesa's hurt, he gets hit by an overhand followed by a head kick. Gianni, I would say, intelligently waits for him to get back up. He lands another head kick followed by an overhand. Now he's taunting. So Michael Kiesa is taking a beating right now. And of course, he's going to get the takedown. He's actually going to get a slam. I don't think Michael Kiesa would necessarily do that in real life, but it is what it is. Full guard, and I think Gianni's going to be able to get right back up. Nope, he actually stops it. This is where he can be dangerous, because Gianni has low stamina, even though it is building back up, because Michael Kiesa's not really doing much, and Gianni blocks the transition there, which is huge for him, and he's able to get back up to his feet. Michael Kiesa was looking like he could be dangerous there, but he didn't really do much with it. So that's fortunate for Gianni, and devastating for Michael Kiesa, as he just barely misses with the head kick. Uppercut once again lands. At this point, it's just consistently landing, and the good thing about the uppercut is that he's going to go in for takedowns, so you eventually will catch him with a nice shot. Obviously, he gets the takedown this time. We have 2-star BJJ transitions now, which is good, plus 8 more points, which is always helpful. Oh, and the flash knockout with the overhand. Michael Kiesa goes to sleep. Gianni Peccati goes to 2-0 in the UFC, 3-0 as a professional, and that might be his best finish so far. I mean, it was a flash knockout with an overhand. It was just perfectly placed. And Michael Kiesa really was never in this fight. There was never a moment. Oh, he broke his neck. He broke his fucking neck. Oh, poor guy, man. Poor guy. That hurts. That really hurts. He broke his goddamn neck. All right, well, feel bad for him because now. Okay, apparently he's fine. Scratch that. Okay, he's fine. He's fine. So yeah, Michael Kiesa. That's not a good loss for him, but Gianni Peccati definitely got a big win there. I mean, Michael Kiesa is a guy who at one point was looking like he could potentially get himself into the top 5. He's definitely been a pretty decent competitor up in the top 15 for a while now. He's had his moments where he's looked better than other times, obviously, but overall, I would definitely say he's a decent fighter, and that's a nice little win there for Johnny. It's going to be interesting to see because maybe Michael Kiesa isn't quite the best. I don't think he's necessarily as good at welterweight as he is at lightweight, because I think at lightweight he has such a huge size advantage that does help him out, whereas at welterweight he might not have that, even though he is still a pretty tall, lanky welterweight. But now we have to go against somebody who's pretty much the complete opposite. Of course, Omari Akamedov is more of a wrestler as opposed to a jiu-jitsu specialist, but physically they are very, very different people. He's a lot smaller. Or I guess he's not. I guess he's maybe not actually. He's only like 1 inch or 2 inches, so he's not that much smaller. But I just don't know. I just feel like this is gonna be a more difficult test, just because Akamedov has that ground and pound grappling style, whereas Gianni Peccati, whereas Michael Kiesa is more about just grinding you out with jiu-jitsu, and I fear wrestlers a lot more than I fear jiu-jitsu fighters in these games. So we'll see if we can actually do something with it. Obviously, the amazing pose by Gianni Peccati is a must at this point. And let's see if Johnny can knock this guy out. That would be huge for his contract bonus. Obviously, that would put him in a really, really good spot. Maybe actually already get him the money from the contract bonus, which would be pretty damn big. He needs that money desperately in order to go travel to Los Angeles to see his alleged cousin, Johnny Sins. Obviously, Akamedov has to really worry about that overhand, and Gianni Peccati goes in for a takedown. He actually secures it too. He gets back up to his feet immediately, though. That's an interesting choice. Not quite sure why that was the case, but regardless, the combo is there too. And Akamedov is taking a bit of a beating to start off the fight. He really, really, really needs to improve on his defense. I mean, like, Gianni Peccati is flowing with combos. The overhand is there once again. The head kick hurts him, and Akamedov is already reeling. He's not looking good right now. Gianni Peccati, the uppercut, that has been a huge move for him. The uppercut and the head kick have been really, really good moves for him so far. The overhand lands pretty often too. The leg kick is doing well too right now. It's just a matter of timing it right to where he's coming in and has weight on it, and you can really do a lot of damage. The overhand sends him packing, and he goes all the way up to level 3 already, which is nice to see. Plus 10 evolution points. As the leg kick also continues to land. Went in for a takedown and got caught coming in. Now he's looking for uppercuts of his own. He's not really going in for any takedowns though, which is surprising. I think he really needs those in order to actually be able to be competitive in this match. Unfortunately for him, he's not really doing much. He's just taking a beating. His defense is shit, and his offense has been pretty much non-existent. Oh, another overhand flash knockout. Jesus Christ. That's a punch right there. That might be his move. I mean, obviously that's like the most cheese move in all UFC games, especially if you can get your punching speed up really high and your power really high. That's going to be the end of everybody. And obviously, as you can tell, like, I mean, having 5-star power already is pretty devastating. I mean, like, that's probably the best thing that we did was push it all the way up to 5 stars immediately, because everything else, you know, you can just kind of build slowly. But I feel like punching power is the most important thing to have in these games, especially if you're like capable on the ground. If you're somebody who is capable of stopping transitions and all that stuff consistently, if you have good punching power, then you're gonna pretty much knock out every single person you fight against. So I do believe that's gonna be the best way for Johnny to move forward. We'll just have to really, really work on our takedown defense, because we do get taken down quite a bit, and we actually do, as you can see from the achievement, we completed our optional contract, so that's good to see. I think that was like 45,000 bucks going into Johnny's pocket. So just overall, really, really good start to the series. Really fun start to the series too, I would say. Like, I've been enjoying the shit out of playing it, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching it. Interesting to see who our next fight's going to be, but we're going to have to wait for the next video for that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit of a short one, but the next one is probably going to be a lot longer just because I was in a rush to edit all this stuff together. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and of course hit the subscription button. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Let me know in the comments what you believe Johnny's upside is going to be, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.